Well, people just want to keep the peace, I suppose. That's what we want to do, and it's easier said than done when you got idiots running around you, ruining things and destroying things, and they're there. You got family members enabling them, groveling to them, grandizing these destructive types. You can usually measure somebody by how they look after themselves, how they eat, how they exercise, what they put into their system. You're going to have trouble straight away if you're dealing with drug addicts and things. They're going to be out of sync. They're going to be out of calibration. Then there's another dimension that needs to be spoken about, and that is the carnal sinful nature. Our carnal sinful Adamic fallen nature, which was inherited through the intrusion of Lucifer upon the divine plan for man when he deceived the woman brilliantly and magnificently, deceived the woman behind the man's back. And if you're dealing with people that are coming in behind the back of you with someone that you love or someone that is intimate to you, and this happens all the time because that's how the demonic construct works, that's how the demonic programming works. They go to work on the female from behind. If she hasn't got the intelligence to understand that this is an intrusion or it's a violation of the health and happiness of the relationship, then you're going to have all sorts of trouble, because a lot of these people that you get involved with are entertained by and like the toxicity and attention of the intrusion. It gives them a sense of satisfaction, a sense of worth, come on mate, a sense of acceptance, identity. But it's all just a farce. It's all a big deception. They're deceiving themselves. They're allowing somebody else to deceive them. And it goes on and on and on and on. All of a sudden the relationship starts to go askew. You're starting to wonder what on earth is creating these communication gaps, these attitudes that I'm starting to see, these negligences. And I can guarantee you, if that person hasn't sorted out the principles and programming of their carnal evil nature, it will kick in. People will do the work while they need something. As soon as they've got what they want, as soon as they have what they want, the carnal nature will kick in. If they're not aware of how this works and what it's about, then the disintegration begins. Because the sinful nature that is within us, that we arouse and that deceives us and becomes a part of us and we don't even realize it, is disintegrative, it's destructive. It wants to ruin everything we have. And we can label it, yeah, that's okay, we can label it with all the psychological terms, narcissism and borderline and all this. And you can medicate the person, but you'll never take away the sinful nature from that person. And this was the whole idea. The Bible teaches how to be aware of, at least be aware of, the fact that you have a sinful nature. What it will do to you, jealousies and conceitedness and homosexuality and debauchery, sorcery, witchcraft, all those things that we try and justify, breakups, bad behavior, are all the fruit of our carnal nature. They are not part of what God would want us to do or be. And so this causes strife, contention, breakups. Many of you have been broken up with. You don't even know why. I can tell you why. The carnal nature kicked in. The person's been overrun from the inside. They've probably had no awareness of what's happening to them, because the carnal nature works from the inside out. If you aren't aware of how it works and what it can do, then you're going to be upset when somebody goes down the tubes, because the majority, the masses, they got no idea of their carnal nature. They got no idea of themselves. If they're not working in pride and conceitedness and all these other arrogant and sarcastic ways, then they'll be drugged, drunks, or some other thing that will surface at some point later. And you'll be on the end of it. Many people come and you'll see it. You'll see one person's gone, one part of the relationship's gone, that person's checked out. They don't even know why. That's why they've come for counselling. They don't even know what's going on within themselves. They're not aware of themselves. They don't know enough about themselves. And they'll come and there's really nothing you can do to help them. They're in a state of decline, spiritual, emotional, physical decline, by way of the fact that their carnal nature has intruded into the relationship, into that person, and nobody's going to get out unscathed. That's it. Nobody. Consequently, the person that they're with they're going to suffer, because they're now attached to this person who's not spiritually aware of themselves. And this is what's happening all over the place. You see, the carnal nature lays latent. And when people get certain things or go through certain things, you will not do that. No. No. Don't. 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 Come on. Hup. Come on. Good boy. The carnal nature is the great mystery of all this, because people aren't making the effort to find out about it. How does it work? When there's things we think we need to do or not do to make people happy or stop them from being sad, it is aroused and empowered. Because it'll sabotage our efforts, our relationships by faith. But that doesn't mean you just put up with everything people dish out. So you have to be aware of your sinful carnal nature. Jesus said the axe, or it may have been John the Baptist, one of the two, possibly Jesus, I think, the axe needs to be laid at the root of the tree. The root of the problem is your sinful carnal nature. And if you're not aware of that, then you can know all the psychology that you want to, it ain't going to help you. Psychology cannot fix the carnal nature. There's only one thing that can fix it, and that's the finished work of the Lord Jesus Christ. Everything he did at the cross, through his death, burial and resurrection, when we submit to Christ and know that we've been crucified with him, our efforts don't matter anymore. I'm not talking about work. Come here, please. Hey, come here, please. Here. Our works are like filthy rags, and you rely on Christ. The Holy Spirit then comes in to lead you, and that changes everything. The answer ultimately is the Lord Jesus Christ, not drugs, not anything else. And without that, it's just a dead loss. It's the Lord Jesus Christ, faith in him, that matters.